Greetings everyone, I hope you're well. I have wonderful news for you. After 106 days of rehabilitation, Annabelle has been successfully adopted. And I'm delighted to report that after 6 days in her new home, the transition is going much better than I anticipated. Now for many of you, you may think, yay, way to go Annabelle, and I certainly do. And you may think that this is a happy ending to her story. But you couldn't be further from the truth. Because even though she underwent 106 days of intensive rehabilitation here, now the real work that could last for weeks, months, and even years will take place in her new home. In her new home, I will be doing a lot of monitoring. I will monitor her transition and continue to do so for the next weeks and even months. I will make sure that we give her plenty of time to seek out the rules of prediction control. I will make sure she's provided the social support that she is needed. And also we will come up with ways for her to have an outlet for any sort of built up frustration and also for any elevated anxiety. I will also monitor her response to known provocative events like thunderstorms or severe weather events, and also to unfamiliar people and moving vehicles. Just because she did great with them here, things can certainly change there as she's adjusting to her social support system. Before Annabelle left, I became the rock that she could stand upon. I was that rock that protected her from moving vehicles, giving her an opportunity to learn their behavior, be able to predict their next move. I was the rock that she could stand upon to learn the behavior of thunderstorms, and that if she acted a certain way, instead of panicking, they would still go away. I taught her to predict human behavior, and that a hand reaching forward didn't always mean that you're going to be hit by the hand. And now she has to relearn all of that in her new home with a new and different support system. So I will be monitoring that, and when I do, both the transition and her responses, undoubtedly, there will be some adjustments that will have to be made. We will have to make adjustments to her environment. For instance, if unfamiliar people are introduced into her environment, she may decide to flee from them. We will have to then figure out what is best. Do we slow down the introduction of unfamiliar people? Do we just not invite guests over for a while? And if they come in, maybe we have them take a seat immediately. There will have to be some adjustments made in her environment, so giving her the opportunity, put her in a position to learn through her own self-discovery that these unfamiliar people are every bit as predictable and perform the same behaviors as the unfamiliar people that she met here. We will also continue to make adjustments to her therapy/training. For instance, I never teach her to do a behavior called switch here. Switch is where we're walking a dog and they're in a heel position, perhaps on my left side. I give the command switch and the dog goes behind me over to my right side. And this is a really advantageous behavior if you have a dog that's even semi-reactive or you're about to encounter someone walking a reactive dog. However, in Annabelle's case, I didn't want her to switch to the other side. I wanted to make her cope with the moving vehicles, cope with the passing people. I put her in a position to have to learn how to deal with it using a different strategy than the one she knew previous to her rehabilitation, the one in which she went that way as fast as she possibly could. So I did not teach that to her, but now this is something that we may teach her simply as a convenience for owning a dog like Annabelle that you wish to take for a walk. We may make adjustments to other behaviors like teach her to come when called. Of course, as you can imagine, I never allowed Annabelle to be off leash and out of my control. But in the next several months, she'll probably become ready to be off leash and maybe to even visit a dog park or to go hiking. There are many, many things that have to be observed, monitored, and then adjustments have to be made. But undoubtedly, we will make those adjustments. We made some while she was here. 2 of her medicines, we cut the dosage in half. Because of her transition to a new home, I increased them back to their full strength. And no doubt I will lower those dosages, and then the dog will be taken off the medications altogether. And as you probably understand, this will also be closely monitored by the prescribing veterinarian. So guys, overall, great news. I just kind of want to give you a little bit of an idea that, first of all, I want to let you know that Annabelle has been able to move into a loving home, and a home that can also continue to help me do my job, even though I no longer have her in my care. But this is how canine pharmacotherapy works. Yes, I may help you with your dog, and anyone out there, by the way. If you have a dog like an Annabelle that exhibits unusual fears, elevated anxiety, aggression that is just literally a head scratcher. Why? Because in our world, and what makes sense to us, I can't see the justification for it. If you have a dog like that, I can help you. I help Annabelle. I help Big Mav, the dog that she's living with. I've helped thousands for many decades. I can help you. So don't let your dog suffer like that. Reach out to me, Bryan with a Y at tamingthewild.com, or simply just go to tamingthewild.com and fill out all of our little contact information, and we will get with you and see what we can do to help you and your dog. We now have a higher quality of life, no doubt, for Annabelle. She was saved. And we also have mitigated any safety concerns, because again, when a dog gets you that hard, that fast, that's danger. Danger for the dog, definitely danger, and can be harmful for the human being hanging on to the dog. Great story. Great overall. I will be keeping you guys informed by posting future short videos about our progress and any adjustments that I made, so that you can learn a little bit more, so that medicine and rehabilitation aren't associated with any sort of taboo. Sometimes we just need a little bit more help than he'll sit down and stay. Just a little more. So Annabelle, know this much. I do love you, and I'm extremely happy for you. And if you've got a dog like her, let me be happy for you and your dog.